Well, hi lovely people. Lily. Okay. Hi lovely people. Here's Sunny. Lily's over there. Lily's over there trying to read the feeding book to find out whether I think she's due to have a feed today or not. And actually, Lily is. And I have a book that I specifically write who I fed, the date, and what they've actually eaten. And, that's what Lily's been checking out. And I'll say that because, again, something different. Open, sitting there, that normally is not sitting open there when Lily comes out, but today it is. So yes, Lily is going to have a feed, which I will not film. I don't necessarily think doing feeding videos is really kind of essential in any way, except to maybe point out different characteristics in terms of how different they all can be in the way that they eat and so forth, because you have little Oscar who just takes so long to find the head and actually get the meal down, and then I have the likes of Archie who just grabs it and I turn around, it's gone, and Car is exactly the same. And then I have Maya who takes her time, and even though she finds the head and she gets it down. Now people ask, if it takes a snake a long time to swallow it, does that mean that it's too big a feeder? I wouldn't necessarily say that, because Maya does take her time to swallow it down. It's not that I see her having difficulty in getting it down. She is just slower at doing it. And my theory, as I've always said, I don't like to see a noticeable lump inside my snake's bellies at all. I don't think you need to see a noticeable lump in their belly to know that they've had a decent meal. I don't even feed feeders to my big guys that I would even say at this point are the size of their girth. So it's a judgment call on the person. Your snakes and so forth. Now, I always say so forth. And I should make a list and get them all said, as in butt, arm, so forth, etc., etc. They're all words you throw in there when you don't want to say a billion other words after it, and you leave it up to the person to know what you're talking about. And I would say that in general most would, especially if you've got snakes. If you don't have snakes, then maybe I'm way out here and I should explain a little bit more. But what I'm explaining to you right now is Lily is doing her, let's go over this way, because if I go this way, excuse me while I'm trying to get into a position where I can bring her back, because this is a great little place for her to go to and completely disappear behind the couch on me, and behind her enclosure on the floor. She always comes out, guys. It's not like I lose her forever and, oh, where's my snake gone? Or, you know, she could disappear. She can't disappear, but I just still don't like her doing it. Doesn't take her long to venture on out, because it gets a little bit boring just laying down the back there on the floor. There's nothing to see and nothing to do, and you know, who says snakes like to find a dark little spot and hide away? Not Lily. What are you doing, Sonny? Banging and making a noise there? Well, guys, I have to admit that, really, what was this video about? Do you remember for me? I have got a bit of a cold, I must say, at the moment. I have started with a bit of a runny nose, actually, and now it's creeping into my throat. So I am just to wait another 24 hours and, you know, watch my temperature. If I get worse, of course, seek medical advice. But if I wake up tomorrow and I am a lot worse, I am to ring my doctor, and she'll make plans to see me, basically. And right now our doctors with this particular virus are seeing us outside in the car park. We are not allowed to go into the surgery at all. So yeah, that's how it's working here. Can our birds catch this virus? No. No, our birds cannot catch this virus at all from us. They are, you know, something that you, if you are sick, limit your touching. And this particular virus, in actual fact, it isn't that they can catch the virus. It's somebody who has it on their hand, who then touches the bird, and then it sits on them, and then somebody else touches them, which is most unlikely because Sonny doesn't let anybody else pat her but me. So if I do have this virus, I think everybody's pretty safe when it comes to the birds. Now, can my snakes catch this virus? No, not at all. So, you know, people were really doing terrible things, abandoning their dogs and their cats and believing that they were the ones who had the virus. And it was so untrue, guys. They did not. Yeah, they did have it on their coats and their fur, but that's from us humans physically putting it on them. Or, you know, you think that they're out there, they lick so many things too. So, of course, they would show up positive for the actual virus themselves, but they don't catch it per se. So, you know, we're pretty safe not getting it from our pets, but it's other complacent humans that we are getting it from, and of course from ones that certainly have made every attempt to be sure that, you know, they've clean, you know, washed their hands and done all the appropriate things that they're supposed to do, but there's a lot that aren't. So hence why the virus is starting to spread here. And I don't want to talk heaps about this particular virus because so many people are, and I am keeping my eye on it with the, for the simple fact that I do have, you know, an autoimmune thing going on with my body which worries me. And you know, I've also I will turn the camera around. Who knows what I look like right now, because I don't feel great right now, but you know, we jumped from 298 cases here in Australia to 387 cases or whatever overnight, and my doctor is expecting there to be at least 1,000 with it by Friday. I just ate, excuse me, a peach, because I chopped it up for this girl to have a fruit platter, which she doesn't get very often. Well, she does get one about once a week, but I get to have the little leftovers. And I'm going to grab a tissue, because I'm not going to use my, to wipe my nose at this particular point. That would be not very good, and you know what they say about your tissues. At this point, it is wipe your nose, open the bin, throw it in, and stuck. And my camera won't, well, I guess it's focusing a little bit. Now I haven't used my hand that I'm using to do the camera, so I'm going to give this hand that I did use a wash with some soap and water, because I do have other people who live here in the home with me. So as I was saying, well, I started guys to get the feeders ready, but I got sidetracked in chatting to you, but that's okay. Yeah, I didn't really want to go too much into this virus, but it is having an effect with us here, and I truly I can't say 100%, but you know, my doctor believes that there will be a mandatory 14-day well, a compulsory 14-day quarantine for everybody here in Australia. So or well, here in Queensland anyway, though New South Wales has the major, or the more cases of this virus going on at the moment. So yeah, I'm very susceptible to it, and I was well aware that I was, and I haven't been going out very much. It was my birthday last weekend, so my daughter had planned a big lunch at a particular place which I was not keen to go to, but it was outdoors and we were away from everybody else. We were just us and my family, and my son came up from Victoria, which was amazing and wonderful, and I loved it. And we had a beautiful lunch, and of course Jimmy joined us for it as well. So as I've got skin from the peach stuck in my teeth, but yeah, that's really the only place that I kind of went that Sonny's been horrible. And will you leave him alone? You leave him alone. Leo wants to be good friends, but Sonny is like, no way, Jose. Ouch. Don't bite me. Hop up. Step up. Oh, sorry, you can't see her. Step up. She pretends to bite me, but she doesn't bite me. She's just kind of being crabby about the fact that I've moved her away and she can now not get Leo. How long's this video been going? Too long, Sonny. Move it. Move it, move it, move it. Move it, and don't you go back. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Interruptions. That's my life. My 2-year-old grandson isn't here, hence why I've managed to pick up the camera today and chat to you. And it wasn't really meant to be about the virus. I was going to talk a little bit more about Lily, and if we can see her. I really don't feel like moving, guys. Oh, there you go. Can you see her? I'm pretty sure you can. I think I'm pointing the lens in the right direction at this particular point. But I figured I better pick up the camera and say hello. Maybe while I can, because I might be knocked on my butt for a little while, and my lungs are not very good either. I've had pneumonia over 20 times in my life, so I really cannot afford to get anything on my lungs. So I'm going to play it safe and do what's right and look after myself and all of that good stuff. But you all take care, and you all look after yourself right now. I have some, all my wonderful friends that are in places that I know it is terrible right now, and a lot worse than Australia. So you have to keep yourself safe. So you take care of yourself and your family and your friends. Help your friends if you can, if you're well, and if they're sick, and even your neighbours. Let your neighbours know that you're there to help as well. That's a good thing to do. And this is the end of the video. Take care of your snakes, guys. And I'll finish on that note of showing you Lily's face, which is too darn cute. If I can... Hey! Oi! You're hiding your face. Lily! We're on camera. Well, you're on camera. What are you doing? She's good. I tell you what. Come on out. Come on out. You? Come on. This way. Come on. Now I put this up and I put that there so that they wouldn't use it as a way of going across, but Lily's figured out to get her nose in, slide it out, and then she can lay on top. And I must admit that this surface of this speaker right here is beautiful and warm. So it is a good spot to lay. Not that it's cold today, but it's colder than normal. So guys, ciao. You're not going to see a cute face. Hey, stop. Miss, come and show us your cute face. Where's that? Where's that? Where is it? What? I can see what you're doing. Miss, there it is. Coming up over there. Look at it. How cheeky is this girl? Okay, guys. I am going now. Bye.